Hello friends. In this video, we'll be covering up one of the newest features launched on SpeedBot, that is continuous set. Now you'd be wondering, what do you mean by that? To make things clearer, what we do is we move on to the trading view charts. Over here, as you can see that I have added a super trend indicator with the buy and sell signals. The green one signifies the buy signal and the red one signifies the sell signal. So for every buy, there is a sell signal. And for every sell signal, there is a buy signal. So it could be broke down in 4 parts: long entry, long exit, short entry and short exit. So these type of strategies have always in the market type of condition. So how we can create such strategies on continuous basis and convert it into a trading robot? That's what we'll be covering up in this feature that we have launched on SpeedBot. So we'll be replicating the same logic onto our SpeedBot account in options. So over here, as you can see that I have logged into my SpeedBot account and navigated to the option bot builder. I'll just keep it as super trend bot on continuous basis. So let's just keep it as Nifty. Instead of intraday, I would be selecting it as continuous. Mind you, if you'd like to keep the strategy conditions checked on continuous basis, then in that case, this particular option type needs to be selected. That is, let's say that if we get a signal on a maybe 5-minute time frame or maybe 15 minutes time frame. So let's take an example that at 11:45 we got the buy signal, but the exit happened on the next day at 9:15. So this means that the bot would be continuously tracking the entry and the exits of the positions that it has taken. So this is the feature that people had requested, people who are familiar with the use of technical trading indicators in their strategy. So they wanted such feature to be developed so that they can continuously get their entry and the exit conditions checked. So let us replicate the same over here. That is, I'm just taking the example for the bullish entry. That is, whenever we get the green signal, then in that case, we'll be shorting the put option for Nifty on continuous basis. I'll be just adding the option leg over here. I'll be shorting the put, 1 lot, current expiry on weekly expiry perfect, like this. And I get the few more options. If I select it as intraday, these options get removed. But if I click on the continuous button, then I get this. We'll cover these 3 up in a few moments. Before that, let us just add the indicator. We mean to say for bullish condition that whenever the close of maybe 15 minutes crosses above super trend value 10,3, then we would be shorting the put. And I'll click on the save button. And let me just keep the exit as 50 points for the option contract. So whenever this condition meets onto the chart, that is whenever this green arrow happens, then we would be shorting the put. Over here we would have shorted, over here we would have shorted the puts. That is, we would have gone bullish over here. Likewise for other candles. Now I'll just save the setting. And maybe if I would like to, let us just keep things as it is. Okay, so now we are good to go. Now we have these three new options. If I select the continuous selection. So what does this mean? Let us say that we are shorting the ATM put for current week expiry. But we say that before the expiry day, 1 day prior to that, I would like to trade onto the next week expiry. So usually the thing is, on the day of the expiry, the premiums are pretty low. In that case, there isn't much meaning to short the put, ATM put for current week expiry. Then in that case, you look for opportunities in the next week expiry. That's where the minimum DTE feature comes into the picture. That is, if I keep the value as 1, it means that 1 day before my expiry, I would be taking entries into the next week expiry contract, if you're able to understand. For maximum DT, it is otherwise. So let me just keep the figure as 3. So this means that I would like to get the conditions run between 1 day before the expiry and 3 days after the expiry. That is, in between 2 days, I'll be able to trade this particular option leg. So that's what the maximum DTE and minimum DTE means. So this is pretty optional. I mean, in Indian markets, you can use the minimum DTE in order to save yourself from the gamma spikes on the expiry day. Prior to the day of the expiry, you can just keep the minimum DTE as 1 so that the trades will be placed in the next week's option contract. Then comes the rollover days. What does this mean? That let's say on the expiry day, if you'd like to roll over your contract, that is, you are sitting in a pretty good position, you have shorted the current week ATM put, but you need to continuously sit for the position. For example, if I would have shorted this particular put on Wednesday, but still my position is held on and I would like to continue with my buy signal along with the chart, along with the trend, then in that case, what I can do, I can simply say to the algo, to the robot, that on the 0th day, that is on the expiry day at 3:20, you can exit the current week option contract, and again at 3:20, you can enter into the position, same position, whatever the ATM put would be ongoing at 3:20. So that will be shorted and held for whatever time frame that you have mentioned. Based on the stop loss, the exits can happen, or whatever exit indicator that you have applied. So that's where you can roll over your open positions onto the next week expiry. So this is the continuous feature that we have launched. If you have any questions, then we'll be happy to answer them. You can just drop down a comment and we'll be happy to answer those queries. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one.